Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Today I'm going to show you two small stoves. In the last book I did the review, the main character had a small stove, and that was sort of good for his morale because on cold times he was able to light the fire, make him something to eat, make him some coffee, and that's very important. These are small stoves. These are actually what I would consider backpacker stoves. Some people really are concerned with every ounce when they do, backpacking. So I'm taking some information from those ultra lightweight packs and gear in trying to push them into the prepper community, because there's a lot of people. I talked to one guy from the West Coast that he has two children that are 400 miles away from him. So he was wanting, a plan in a worst case event to be able to bug out and get his children. That's a long way, 400 miles, so a little stove might become in handy. The first one I'm going to show you is called the Element, and it weighs only 5 ounces, so it's very lightweight. This is the stove right here. Basically, it folds very flat, 5 ounces, not a lot of weight. Basically, it's very easy to put together. You have a floor plate, insert the floor plate in these little slots, fold it together, then you got like a hinge, and you have a pin. Drop your pin in your hinge, push it in all the way, and there's basically your stove that you're seeing here. You do have these pieces that go across the top, so if you have a very small pot, you can use a small one. If you have a large pot, you don't even need these. These will sit on top. This has a few ways to load the wood in. You have this side cutout that's on this side here, where you can take pieces in and drop them into the stove. You can also load wood from the front. It has a door that lifts up, and you can just take pieces and push them into the stove this way. This one's nice because if you're in the woods, you are going to have a lot of wood. This one takes a few more seconds to set up, but it's very compact, it's very safe, and it will let you boil some water. I like this because of its lightweightness, and it's still pretty sturdy. That's one stove. Let's say you really need to watch your ounces. You can go with an alcohol stove. This is the AB13 for alcohol burner 13 from Tato Gear. That's the stove. It weighs 0.55 ounces. It weighs nothing, so you could put this in a bug out bag. Now yes, you will need to carry the alcohol with you, but very lightweight. It is made in the United States. I actually met the owner of the company that builds these. I did a small interview with him at the last Preparedness Expo, but there was so much background noise I just couldn't use it. But this is the stove. He makes this, him and his wife. It's all American made, so I'm really happy to help him and to show people that it's a great American made product. That's the stove. Let's put it down here and get it hooked up. As you can see, very small compared to the other stove. Basically, you're going to use alcohol, medical alcohol. This one is 91%. I like this because you can use this for other purposes in your bug out bag, for cleaning minor scrapes and little abrasions. From also, if you get in a bunch of mosquitoes, you can put some alcohol on a mosquito. That helps with the itchiness. But this is what it's going to take. The 91% is the best. You have this little container that comes with it, so you can feed it, and basically you're just going to plug it in. Push it in, and we are set. And then I'm just going to charge the unit by simply squeezing. And you can see it building up. And if I had a lighter that worked, that would be great. But the lighter's not working. There it goes. Do not buy cheap lighters, buy Bic. Alright, your fire's going. If you need to add more fuel to it, you simply squeeze and that will fill that up. designed to hold a lot of different pots. The canteen cup's probably the hardest one for it to hold because of the weird shape. I like the canteen cup because it fits my canteen. But this little stove works awesome. You will have to carry some alcohol. I have done this in my shop to make some hot coffee or hot chocolate in my shop. I don't drink coffee, but I have friends that do, and it's neat to impress them by, hey, let's make some coffee out here. Now, this little stove I used in my shop many times. My shop is sort of large, so I'm not worried about that open flame and carbon monoxide poisoning, because that's all it does. So maybe this would work for someone in an apartment. You can easily store a few bottles of this. This will give you the opportunity to cook hot water for Mountain House or Wise or whatever you need to use it for. It's very sturdy for such a little package. It weighs less than an ounce for that stove. So if you're thinking you're going to have to be bugging out a long distance and every ounce is going to count, this might be something you can incorporate in your bug out bag. I might possibly have to bug out to get my daughter from college about 50 miles away. So this little stove will be in my pack in one of these. Granted, I probably won't use it all. You typically can boil water with about 3/4 to an ounce of fuel. So you can get a lot of use out of this. Very efficient with this rubbing alcohol. So we have two stoves here. If you need to count every ounce and you're going to be bugging out for a long time, one of these might be what you need. Or if you're an apartment dweller, you have very limited space, you can easily store this. It has dual purpose for medical reasons, plus you can use it to fuel your little burner. This is from Tato Gear. I love his gear. I'm going to be ordering another one of these because it's so practical and it's lightweight. Thanks for watching.